starting row 4. And on row 4, you're going to purl 1. Okay, then you're going to bring, and I'm doing this continental, I'll turn around and do it English style. You're going to put your thread back behind, you're going to slip your next one, your next stitch, you're going to bring that thread back to the front like you would purl, and you're going to slip that next stitch. And then you're going to take your second stitch over your first stitch. Okay, we're going to do that again. So we're going to take that stitch off the left and slip it to the right, and second stitch over the first stitch. Do not use your thread. Just you work with your stitches. So that's 2, and we want 3. So we're going to slip it again and put it back over here. There's 3. Here's 4. And 5. So this is for continental and English style. Okay, you've got one on your needle, so we're going to get it out of the way. So we're going to put it over here, back on your left needle. We're going to turn our work. So we're on the knit side. So we're going to knit back up that hole. We're going to go into that, in between the first and the second stitch. You're going to insert your needle in between, and you're going to act like you're going to knit. Maybe.
You bring that through.
And then bring that stitch through, and you're going to bring your left needle toward you and underneath that stitch and let it go. So you cast it on 1 stitch. Okay, so now, and we need to do that for a total of 6 stitches. And you can count your stitches. Here, I'll show you here. Here's the next one. Here's number 2.
Just line them up.
Yeah, 2. Here's 3.
So what you're doing is going between those.
4. You go in between your 2 stitches, yes.
Pull that thread through.
Remember to go underneath and through it. Okay, and I think, did I say 6 stitches? Yes. Okay, so we count, in order to count, you're not going to count that first stitch. So you're going to count 2, I got 2, 4, 5, I need to make 1 more. Oops. Okay. Okay, remember how to count again. We're not counting this one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now we're going to turn our work again. And we're going to purl the next stitch. And I tighten it up really good and bring that the number 6, or your second, over your first again. Oops. And there's your hole. Okay, and I tighten it up really good. So, okay, but we have that 1 stitch. And so the instructions say to knit 4 between the holes. So there's your first stitch. And so we're going to purl 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Okay, and then we're going to make another hole.
So you start at the beginning of.
So we start again by bringing your thread in back, slipping your next stitch and bringing that thread forward again. So what you're doing is kind of choking that stitch right there. You're okay, and so then you're going to slip that next stitch over, and you're going to bring the second stitch over the first stitch. Be sure to let go of that next of the working thread. Right, thank you, Carol. Okay, we're going to do it again. We're going to slip and bring this over. That's 2. Then we're going to do it again. 3, 4, and 5. Okay. We have that last stitch. We're going to transfer it back over to the left needle. We're going to turn our work. Okay. And pick up your working thread again. Oops. Sorry. I'm going to show you English style. Okay. So we're going to go in.
We're adding.
Between, yeah, you're finishing off the circle by putting them back on. So we're going to go in between those first 2 stitches and knit, just like you're going to knit, and you bring that thread through. And remember that you're going to go bring your needle toward you and underneath. There's 1. Okay. Then we're going to do it again. And you can stretch this out as far as you want, because you can pull it back in. 2.
It's a little tough to do. Sometimes it can be tight.
Yeah. Oop. There we go. Okay, you guys. There we go. That's 3, I think.
Mhm.
4. 5. Hold that thread tighter to bring it through. And 6. You always do 1 more than you casted off. You're casting on 1 more than you took off. So we did 5, now we're doing 6. Maybe. Well, yep, there we go. And this cotton does split, so you want to be careful. Okay, see if I can put them back on. If that happens, and I'm glad it did, all you have to do is pull it out and go back again. So,
Get on 2.
let's see, nope, there's 1. So don't panic if it does that. You don't have to panic. There's 2, maybe. sorry.
Keep an eye on you.
Ooh, this one's gonna be really tight. There we go. How many is that?
I think that's 3.
Yep. Remember, you don't count that one.
2, maybe 4.
No, you got 3. We got 3. Oh man. Tell I'm not a English type style knitter.
Yeah.
3. There we go. 3. That's 4.
Is Continental any different?
Oh,
in that
yes.
part?
Oh,
Really
yeah.
In that part?
Yeah, because I hold it different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it comes from the left side instead of the right.
Oh, I didn't notice that before.
Okay, let's do it again here. There we go. Why am I,
You
why
kind
am
of have to pull it down, I know. There.
There we go. There we go. And then one more. Sorry about that.
There.
I know. Shame on me. Well, there we go. Doesn't want to come through. There we go. Okay, there's 6.
She's sweating.
Okay. Let's make sure that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So now we're going to turn our work and we're going to purl that next stitch
And pull it.
and bring your second stitch over your first. Remember, that was really tight. Ooh, okay. Okay, and this is where I tighten it down. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. And then the next stitch you're going to tighten to.
That's a pearl.
A purl, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And then we purl 3 more,
And that's to the next hole.
and that's to the next hole. So that's where we start with the next one.
Just
being-
like at the beginning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where you take it in back, bring it forward, and bring it over. And then that you're going to take the second stitch over the first stitch. Okay? So that is row 4. Row 3, you just knit. Row 4 is this. Then you get down to 11, you're going to knit. 12 is like this, except for you're going to, instead of purling 1, you'll purl 6
To begin with.
to begin with.
Stagger the holes.
Right, right. But remember, you got to do your 3 your border knit stitches. So there we are with the corrected pattern. Hopefully that'll be easier.
Say hi.
Hi. I love you all.